So you need to have a very strong base. Okay, like people say, right, that when you start constructing a building, the base it has underground that determines how much strength it will have, the pillars that it has. We used to struggle with computer architecture and computer networks, but did I left those subjects? No. I actually gave them lots of 3 hours. Will be deciding the fate, will be deciding how well you have prepared. Ultimately, your time management will play a very important role. Hey everyone, I welcome you all to your favorite channel. So my friends, my name is Aditya Jain, and today I brought before you a very useful session where you will be getting a very good roadmap for the upcoming GATE exam. Okay, so the topic for today is that for GATE 2026, yeah, you heard it right, it's not 2025, it's 2026, that is for the 1 year ahead, how you can have a preparation strategy complete end to end for 1 year roadmap for GATE 2026. Okay, and my dear friends, this is a generic one. Okay, like I'm not restricting it to any particular subject. Okay, I'm not restricting it to any particular domain like computer science or electrical or mechanical. This is just in general that I would like to share some tips and tricks with you. And just to even begin with, I would like to tell you that I have scored All India Rank 60 in GATE Computer Science 2019, and I also myself prepared for a very short duration of time of approximately 7 to 8 months. So I should tell you that you are way ahead of me already, okay? And that's why you can score way better marks than what I scored. So my score was around 77.33 out of 100, and I assure you that if you follow this strategy, if you prepare very well, you can get a better rank as well as better marks than what I had. Okay, so all you have to do is just to have a right strategy and just to have a discipline to follow that strategy, which can definitely get you into your dream college. Okay, with that, let's start this session. So first, I would like to tell you few major and basic points. Okay, so what is GATE exam? You know that GATE exam gives you an opportunity to study from the most amazing colleges of India, of the entire country, and that to have a very reputation of joining great companies post that. Importance of GATE exam for career growth, you already know that GATE exam helps you with PSU opportunities, it helps you with private sector opportunities and academia fulfillment as well. GATE syllabus overview, key topics. Okay, this I would like you to explore yourself. It is part of the plan. I will divide this into phases. Okay, then scoring pattern and weightage of sections. Again, this comes later. Okay, I have a separate video on this, so you can definitely focus on this at that time. And the time duration and question format, which you know is around 3 hours test. Okay, this exam is for around 3 hours, and you get a specific set of questions. What I've done is I have tried to add one quote with every slide so that I can keep you motivated throughout this journey as well. Okay, so success is the sum of small efforts repeated day in, day out. This is a very beautiful quote, and this explains that success is more about consistency, more about never give up attitude than just knowledge or smartness. Okay, so with this motivation, let's get started. So why start early? Dear friends, if you are watching this video, I'm sure that you're one among those students who are already way ahead in their journey, and that's a very good advantage to have, because I personally never had that advantage. I was actually late in my preparation. I prepared for lesser 4 months as compared to mostly 1 year what people prepare for. So I know that what it is to prepare early, what advantage it gives you. Okay, so benefits of 1 year preparation, that you have a lot of time to dedicate to the preparation. You have good amount of time to understand the resources. You have good amount of time to take decisions wisely about what to avoid, what to mistakes, what are the often mistakes that you can avoid. Okay, so time to build strong conceptual clarity. As I've told you, this gives you a lot of time. Room for multiple revisions. This is another benefit, that you have lots of time on your plate, which you can utilize well to have multiple revisions. And let me tell you, The more you revise, the better you get. Okay. Reduction of last minute stress. You should avoid this at any cost. Understand the ones who are preparing for GATE 2025. They are in this situation. They are in so much stress because they are at just 1 month away from their exam. Around 1 month, I would say. So we can avoid this stress by preparing early, an opportunity to analyze and adapt. You have good amount of time to understand what is working, what is not working, and then you can plan your strategy or you can modify your strategy accordingly. Okay. The earlier you start working on something, the earlier you will see results. What can be more motivating than this? Okay. I know that we are the Gen Z like this. Okay. I know that we have a very short attention span time. We can't think for long term. The earlier you start, the earlier results you will get. What can be better than that? Okay. Moving on. So throughout this session, I have divided your preparation into 4 phases. Why so? Because I believe that every phase has a separate mindset, every phase has a separate agenda, and you should plan your strategy as per it. Okay. So phase one, which is the first 3 months, 1, 2, 3, first 3 months, concept building and understanding basics should be your priority. Because remember, you are just getting started with the GATE journey, and you should not get overwhelmed or you should not stress yourself so much that the journey ahead becomes difficult. Okay. So you need to have a very, very strong base. Okay. Like people say, right, that when you start constructing a building, the base it has underground that determines how much strength it will have. The pillars that it has determines the strength of the construction. Similarly, the journey will get easier if your basic concepts are in place. Okay. Moving to the second phase, which is for the months 5, 4, 5, 6. Okay, 4th, 5th, and 6th month of your preparation. So problem solving and practicing. So whatever concepts you have learned, okay, you will solve questions. You will apply those concepts to have a good problem solving ability. Because my dear friends, let me tell you, GATE is a very practical exam. It is not writing theoretical answers. It's about MCQs. It's about knowing the concepts. Okay, so you should have a good problem solving skills, problem solving ability to perform great in the exam. Moving on to the phase 3, which is for the months 7, 8, 9. Okay, here full length mock test and analysis. Although it is very much early, it is very much early. Okay, although I am mentioning it in the 7th, 8th, and 9th month, but I myself can tell you that you usually start this from 9th month onward. Okay, 8th or 9th month onwards. But still, if not the full length mock test, you can appear for subject wise tests, topic wise tests. Okay, it gives you a very good sense of achievement once you apply correctly whatever you have learned on a test environment. Okay. And finally, the phase 4, which is months 10 to 12, revisions and final polishing. This is the most important segment, most important phase. Almost every phase is important, but this is the final deciding phase. Many people prepare this very, very wisely, but they lose the confidence in the final phase. And you need to prepare yourself from today onwards, day itself, that you will not be losing confidence in the final stage. If you have done good amount of hard work in the first 3 phases, fourth phase will be very relaxed for you, and post exam phase will be double relaxed for you. Okay, so a goal without a plan is just a wish. Can you imagine how accurate that quote is? Okay, there's also one more quote: if you fail to plan, indirectly you are planning to fail. Are you understanding the importance of plan? A smart person without a plan will be always less qualified than a person who is not so smart but with a good plan, because plan helps you prepare well and it helps you get an edge into your journey. Okay, so please have a very well defined goal, what you want to achieve and how you will achieve via your preparation. Moving on, my dear friends, now in detail I like to tell you what you have to expect in phase 1 and I have divided it at phase level. Okay, phase 1, which is for concept building, you divide syllabus into manageable parts. Okay, so what you can do is you can divide your syllabus into multiple subjects. Okay, there are around 8 to 10 subjects example. Then within those 10 subjects you further divide them into topics. Okay, one topic, two topic, three topic, and each topic you further divide into subtopics. What will happen this way is that you will have a very granular level problem to solve that you can control. Okay, you will not be scared, you will not be overwhelmed looking at the syllabus. Your goal should be just to focus on small chunks, contribute, combine them, and this is how you can get to the final problem. I teach algorithm here, and I can tell you I teach divide and conquer strategy. You have to divide the syllabus into small parts, and then you have to conquer each part to conquer the bigger problem. Okay, focus on understanding the core concepts. As I told you, GATE exam is completely dependent on your conceptual understanding. If you have good conceptual understanding, it will be a cakewalk for you. You will not at all struggle scoring good marks in it. Okay, then recommended books and resources for key subjects. This you can, again, depends on which branch you are from. You can definitely look for it. Lots of material is available. Okay, importance of making notes. I would like to tell you that no matter what videos you watch, no matter which subscription you take, and no matter what books you refer to, preparing your own handwritten notes will give you the best return on investment. I myself have written every single notes myself with colorful pens. I wish I could show you that. I have used around 3 to 4 colors of pen when I was writing my notes, and those notes have given me a very good return on investment of my hard work because they helped me get a great rank. Okay, allocate time for weaker areas. And my dear friend, this is what we do completely opposite of. If you want to score great marks, let's accept that every topic is important for you. Okay, lots of people will tell you that focus on these topics, ignore the rest. But no, you are starting very early and you should have a very good plan from beginning itself. So please make sure that you are allocating time for weaker subjects more as compared to the stronger subjects. What it means is that in order to score the best possible marks, you need to be good at all the subjects. And that means if some subject you are not that comfortable with, you will have to give higher weightage of time to it. Okay, like I personally used to struggle with computer architecture and computer networks, but did I left those subjects? No, I actually gave them lots of time. I have prepared computer architecture for around 6 to 7 times before it started clicking me. Oh, what is this happening in this subject? And that's a personal thing. Okay, some people find it is one of the easiest subject, not questioning that. The point is that you have to give more time to weaker subjects rather than giving more time to the stronger subjects. We have this ability to keep revising what we already know, and that's not a good strategy if you are willing to score a great rank. Okay, so an investment in the knowledge always pays the best interest. Okay, so those people who are aware of the investing financial part, you know that you invest money and you get dividends out of it. Similarly, personal knowledge, personal growth is the best investment you can have. Moving on to the phase 2. In phase 2, you will focus on problem solving, as I have already mentioned. Okay, this is about solving the previous year GATE papers. Friends, to be very honest with you, this is a game changer. Personally, I solved the entire GATE previous year book. There's a previous year booklet, right? You get it from multiple sources. I have prepared that book for 3 to 4 times. 3 to 4 times the entire book I have solved for the GATE previous year questions. Because these are the best questions that you can practice. They have been already asked in the previous GATE exams. What can be better reference material than that? Okay. So develop speed and accuracy. As I told you, GATE exam is not just about speed, but it is equally important to have good accuracy. I have I have scored great rank, not just because my marks were the best, but because my accuracy was also great. There were lots of people who solved more questions than me, but they had lots of negative marking. And I'm very proud of this to tell you that in the entire GATE paper, I scored a negative marking of minus 0.66. Minus 0.66. That means I only made one mistake of a 2-mark question in the entire paper. I made few more mistakes, but it was non-negative marks question. Negative marking section, I only done one wrong question. Lots of people done lots of more questions than me, but because of negative -5, negative -8, they scored best. They didn't score that good rank. Okay, so accuracy matters a lot. This is what I want to tell you. Practice subject wise and topic wise questions. As I told you that practicing at a very granular level will give you that confidence, will give you that clarity about which topic you are not good at, and then you can allocate your time accordingly. Importance of understanding the GATE calculator. Okay, many people ignore this, but let me tell you, the GATE interface provides you with a calculator which helps you perform faster calculation rather than mental maths. Okay, if you struggle with the mental maths, you need to understand the usage of this calculator, which you will be able to do once you appear for subject wise or topic wise or full length tests. And track progress weekly. So many people struggle with this. Okay, the reason is sometimes they plan at monthly level, and if you plan at monthly level, it would be very delayed feedback. Okay, like after 30 days you will get to know that you were doing something wrong. Okay, so instead of that, what you can do is you can have a weekly target. You can you can give yourself feedback at weekly level. This gives a more frequent feedback mechanism. Okay, uh, so that you can understand what is wrong and you can work on it as soon as possible. But on the other extreme, some people evaluate themselves hourly, and that's a very wrong way to do it. Don't go too extreme like monthly, and don't go too extreme like hourly. Hourly means they are judging themselves on every hour basis. What I have studied in this hour, what I have studied in this hour. 1 hour is very less time to judge yourself, okay, because some subjects take you some time to build up. Okay, so weekly is a very good way. Daily, weekly is a very great way to measure your progress. Okay, moving on. The more you practice, the better you get. It's that simple actually. It's not a rocket science. Okay, the more you practice, the better you will get. Okay, so yeah. Okay, so moving on to the third phase of your GATE preparation journey, which is focused on mock tests. So although it's about mock tests, but I would say that it's in general about getting the feedback and applying it back to your preparation. Okay, so benefits of taking full length tests. I have already told you that it's like you are giving yourself feedback that this is what I have studied so far, and this is my understanding, and this is how I am able to apply it to the actual questions of the GATE. And then you can understand from it what is going right, what is going wrong, and then you can introduce this feedback to your preparation. Okay, so analyze performance and identify mistakes. This is the most important agenda of giving the mock test, to understand the mistakes that you are doing again and again, and you can focus on preparing those topics utilizing your time well. Okay, work on time management during exams. Ultimately guys, you have to perform in the exam. You are not just preparing for the sake of preparing, you are preparing it to crack the exam. So ultimately those 3 hours will be deciding the fate, will be deciding how well you have prepared. Ultimately your time management will play a very important role. No one will give you credit for solving the same paper in 6 hours. No, you have to solve it in 3 hours. So time management makes it very important. Plan improvements based on test results. As I told you that depending on the result that you get in the mock test, you can decide which subjects to spend more time on, which subjects to spend less time on. Okay, and focus on high weightage topics. So you can go through the analysis videos that we have shared with you for every subject, and then you can decide what are the high weighted subjects, and then you can focus accordingly. Do not fear failure, fear being in the same exact place next year as you are today. That's what is mattering. That's what is important. Are you progressing ahead? Are you moving ahead? No matter how slow, are you progressing is what matters. You should get better day in, day out. Okay, and moving to the final phase of the preparation, which is the revision phase. Okay, allocate time for revising weak topics. As I've already told you, you need to revise weak topics, not the topics that you're already good at. The topics you are already good at don't deserve your time. The topics you are not good at deserve your time. Okay, revise formulas, concepts, and shortcuts. So when you are preparing, you should have a booklet of short notes that you have written yourself, the important concepts, the important formulas. You should have a handbook with yourself so that you can understand that these are things you keep forgetting, and this is what you need to have on your mind. Okay? Create a one-page summary for each subject. This is not a standard. You can have 5 pages, 6 pages. The point is that you should be able to revise the entire subject in the least possible time. Okay, so that you can have a glimpse of the entire subject when you are revising it. Okay, and take sectional tests to ensure retention. As I have told it, that you have to appear for section test, topic wise test, subject wise test, so that you can test, are you even retaining whatever you have learned? Are you able to keep it in your mind? Are you able to recall those concepts? Because in exam, you will not be having the books with yourself, right? You will not be having your faculty member with yourself. You will have to recall from whatever you have learned, and you will have to apply it. Okay, stay confident and avoid new topics in the last month. Very important. Very, very, very important. I personally had a plan where I stopped consuming anything new. I stopped consuming any new concept a month before the exam, around a month before. Okay, because I knew that I can't consume everything. I need to stay confident that I have studied whatever I wanted to study, and I will keep revising whatever I have studied, rather than keeping on consuming more and more, because there is no end to what you can consume and how much you can consume. So repetition is the mother of learning. Not just GATE exam, be it swimming, be it any skill. Repetition, practice is what makes you better at something. Okay, so now dear friends, moving on to subject wise strategy. Okay, as I have told you before as well, that you should have a very, very good breakdown level plan. So identify high weighted subjects. Okay, like mathematics and aptitude in general are high weightage for any branch. Okay, prioritize based on personal strengths and weaknesses. So as I told you, that you know yourself the best. Okay, so ultimately you would be the right person to decide what to spend more time, what to spend less time on. Break down complex subjects into subtopics to have a better granularity level of your learning outcomes. Use visual aids like flowcharts and diagrams. These will help you prepare and revise in a very short amount of time, and at the same time they will give you a very good idea, a very good way to visualize whatever you have learned. Okay, take help from online courses, mentors, and peers. As I said, it's a long journey. Like, I am your mentor, I am helping you with your preparation. There can be many such people, so you always have someone to rely on. So don't take stress, be very open to take guidance, and I'm sure that you will do great. So divide each difficulty into as many parts as is feasible and necessary to resolve it. Divide and conquer. Break the problem into small problems and conquer those small problems, and in no time you would have conquered the larger problem as well. This is what I teach people in algorithms subject. Okay, moving on. What are the best resources and tools? My dear friends, there are lots of resources, there are lots of tools. Okay, ultimately it's your choice what to prefer. What I can guide you is that you can have good amount of reference books at your disposal. You can have top online platforms and YouTube channels. Okay, like I have huge trust on whatever we have created for you guys as a platform. You can definitely check out the course. I am very much sure that it is one of the best things you will ever found anywhere, you will ever find at anywhere. Okay, so mobile apps for revision and practice, we also provide you with an app so that you have a learn as you want, learn whenever you want kind of a strategy. Gate calculators and virtual tools, please have this beforehand and join gate preparation groups for peer learning. So what we have done is we have also created Telegram channels for you. Okay, so you can join the Telegram groups for respective subjects. Like my Telegram channel is named Aditya Jain Sir PW. You can join that app, you can join that group on Telegram, and that will help you get updated. Okay, the right tools make all the difference. You having the right set of mentors, you having the right set of tools, you having the right set of guidance, right set of faculty members is what will help you get ahead in your career and GATE journey in general. Moving on, time management tips. So no matter how good you are, no matter how knowledgeable you are, ultimately everyone has limited time and you have to make the best out of it. Okay, avoid procrastination by setting deadlines. Have a very well defined deadline so that you don't keep procrastinating, kal karenge, parso karenge, like that. Okay, focus on quality over quantity in studies. Okay, so you should not restrict yourself ki that I will study for 15 hours no matter what, and then you are sleeping for 10 hours in that by with your book open. Don't do that. If you only study for 10 hours, make sure that you study very well, make sure that you have full concentration on it. Use Pomodoro or similar techniques. You are already aware. There are lots of well-proven strategies to utilize your strengths well. Allocate time wisely between study and mock tests. So don't just focus on consuming, and at the same time, don't just focus on giving tests. It should have a good blend of both. That you are studying, you are applying it, then on the basis of the feedback, you are again improving, you are studying, and this keeps going on in loop. Keep a buffer for emergencies. So there are lots of family emergencies, personal emergencies. You should have a good buffer time so that you are not stressed and you can manage it well. The time isn't the main thing, it's the only thing. Okay, so many people think time is important. No, time is the most important thing because it's very limited. It's very limited. Moving on, motivation and consistency. Okay, my dear friends, I don't know a person who is successful without being consistent. Okay, not even the most talented people can achieve success without being consistent. Okay, so set clear achievable goals. Don't set unrealistic goals because that would unnecessarily demotivate you. Celebrate small milestones. So whenever you achieve something small, whenever you achieve a milestone, celebrate it. Like personally, whenever I used to score great at exam, okay, whenever I used to get good marks, or whenever I used to complete the syllabus on time, or I used to complete my daily schedule, I used to celebrate it by watching a movie or by spending time with my friends and like that. Okay, stay connected with like-minded aspirants, very important. It said that your vibe defines your tribe. Okay, sorry, the other way around, your tribe defines your vibe. Okay, so the more good set of people you surround yourself with, the better vibes or the better motivation you will have. Okay, take care of mental and physical health, very important nowadays. Not just physical health but also mental health. You should be very very optimistic, you should be very very positive about your preparation. Don't be just demotivated with small issues. Okay, don't get demotivated. It's a long journey, everything is fine. And take believe in your preparation process. Okay, ultimately you have to believe that whatever you are doing is the best you can do. So success doesn't come from what you do occasionally, it comes from what you do consistently. It's not about going to a gym, for 10 hours a day and then not going to the gym entire month. Rather than, if even if you go for half an hour to the gym, make sure that you go daily so that you are making your body accordingly. Your physical fitness will be defined like that. Okay, finally, I would like to talk about some common mistakes, and then I would give you some tips and we'll conclude. So common mistakes to avoid are ignoring the GATE syllabus. Please don't go out of the syllabus, and otherwise you'll be just wasting a lot of your time. Not solving previous year's questions, big mistake. Okay, I've told you that you have to solve previous year questions because those are the best resource you have. Okay, leaving revisions for the last minute. Don't leave revision for the last minute, because if you don't revise, you will not retain, and if you don't retain, your knowledge will not help you solve questions in the GATE exam. Overloading with too many resources. Again, I see lots of people who keep accumulating lots of resources. They don't even study one, but they keep accumulating 10, 15, 20 resources. Don't do that. Accumulate one resource, have complete faith on it, and just go on doing it. Neglecting mock test analysis, very important. Unless and until you don't get a feedback, how will you decide what to study, what not to study? So please do it. Mistakes are proof that you are trying, so don't get demotivated with these mistakes. I have mentioned how to solve those mistakes as well. Okay, so mistakes will be there, but you have to move over it. You have to make sure that you don't keep repeating them. Okay. And finally, my dear friends, I have got some useful tips which I'm sharing from my experience, okay, which have helped me get a great rank. Stay calm and focused on exam day. I know that's very stressful day. You have been preparing so much for this day, but stay calm. Okay, be confident, be positive. Trust your preparation and avoid negative thoughts. You have to do this. You have to be positive. Keep your exam strategy ready, time allocation for sections. I have shared my own strategy, how I prepared for GATE exam. I have shared it end to end on the channel. You can check it out. It was my strategy that I used in the GATE exam. And wishing you all the very best for GATE 2026, my dear friends. All the very best. Okay. The harder you work for something, the greater you will feel when you achieve it. Okay. I have prepared almost on an average 10 to 12 hours daily. I used to wake up at 4 a.m. almost for 6 to 8 months during my preparation. But you know what? Once I got All India rank 60, everything was worth it. Okay. I can tell you how good that feels, how great that feels when you achieve your goal. With this motivation, my dear friends, I would like to conclude this session. I hope it was useful. My name is Aditya Jain and I wish you all the very best. Goodbye.